Want to do it this week, or should I just do it?
No, I don't.
God damn it! I thought I could pawn off responsibility to you. Oh
Uh-huh.
man. All
Good
right. Well,
try.
it was worth a shot. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the WASD and Beyond podcast. As always, I'm your host Nick, and as always, accompanying me is the luscious Brody Waltz.
I
I
love
say,
that moniker, like, followed me between podcasts.
I say we keep it. I say we keep it.
We're just gonna keep it now?
hmm
Alright,
Yeah, we're now
if we have to.
WASD is going to coin it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Flip
mean
the coin and ours.
oh, yeah, that's how coins work.
How
Huh.
communist Romania work? You flip a coin and it's now mine.
Yeah?
My grandfather would spit on me if he heard me make that joke. He would absolutely spit on me. Anyways, as you can see, Brody and I are both wearing our sponsors' t-shirts right now. I am wearing the Unreal Tournament shirt, and Brody is wearing that brand new, crispy Halo Combat Evolved Final Boss long sleeve. Even though Brody is incredibly muscular and going to pop right through. It doesn't actually look tight on you. I'm just saying, if you flexed,
It's it's a little snug. It's a little snug.
like if I went Bruce Banner, someone has stolen your car, and you flexed it, yeah, you went to turn into the Hulk, it would fucking go. Anyways, speaking of our sponsors, please check them out, Final Boss and LONGY. They are both cooking up new drops right now for you guys all to purchase up. LONGY's I can't talk about because he hasn't dropped it or announced it yet. Final Boss, on the other hand, I can go right into. The Final Boss is dropping their Doom Slayer 3.0. And my god, this drop is insane. You got wall flags, you got hats, you got t-shirts, you got long sleeves, you got stickers, you got pins. It's hell for your entire wardrobe and hell for your entire house. Doom 2 and a Final Boss t-shirt is finally being produced. That Final Boss shirt with like the Doom logo design looks in fucking insane. Like
Yeah.
that's
Oh, it looks fantastic.
immediately you're gonna see me like that shirt's gonna turn like gray with how much I
I
wear it.
I liked I think my favorite out of the batch is the white one with the Doom 2 logo and
With the
everything, and then it
id,
has the "id" on the back. Yeah, that's fucking fantastic.
I have the first version of that, the just the regular Doom logo with the id on the back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
when he asked like, "What do you want from this?" But immediately that I'm gonna need that. But then the wall flags that he's released too, I'm like, oh man, those I don't
Yeah,
even
that
have
wall flag's awesome too.
room. I don't have room.
See, I have plenty of room in here because I'm gonna
There you
redo
go.
this entire room and everything's getting redone, and I'll have all of the room in the world until I don't because, Final Boss keeps doing these awesome drops.
Dude, I like switch out my flags here and there for different ones. But like
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm eventually gonna have to look and be like, Brody, you need to take these ones. I have enough right. But yes, please check out our sponsors. They make amazing things, and by supporting them, directly support us. Also, please check out the Spawn Camp community. Free to join, a good time. Everyone in that server right now is still playing Helldivers 2. So hop in there,
Yeah.
get yourself a squad. There are, I mean, it, 4 players per squad, but there are people who are like, yeah, hop on in. You're new, hop in. Let's play. Let's get you leveled up. Let's teach you the game. That's been the coolest shit to me. Is really our community welcoming in, and we all know each other, but newer players going, yeah, hop on in. We'll show you the ropes. We'll tell you what stratagems. It's been a blast. If you're into D&D, check out Brody and Nick's campaigns. Which, before we go any further, Brody, go ahead and
Yeah.
plug that other show we got going out.
Yeah, so every week we play D&D, alternating between my campaign and our good friend Nick's campaign. One of them's kind of a more high fantasy, and mine's kind of more cyberpunk-esque. But we rotate every week and try to put out a new show every week, unless people get busy. But yeah, it's called Roll for Deception, and it goes live typically on Thursdays, on pretty much everything.
Very fucking good. Actually, a new episode's out as you're listening to this right now. So go check
Yeah.
out Roll for Deception, please. Part of the Spawn Camp Network and community. But yes, join the Discord server. It is free. It's a good time. D&D, fucking video games, Gundam, Warhammer, you name it, it's there. It's a good time. It's for everybody. And again, free. Free place to hang out. No paywalls, no bullshit. So join the server, have fun. Let's get right into the show. So speculations were right, obviously. Before that, what we'll get right into that. What have you been playing, Brody? I forgot that we're trying to actually ask each other things instead of just talk about shit and fuck off the show.
Yeah. So I've mainly been playing three different games. So Helldivers 2, which I will say I did slow down on a little bit recently just because of some of the server stuff, which we'll talk about, I'm sure, once you talk about Helldivers. But I'm still enjoying it, and it's not from a lack of enjoyment, but I also have been completely overtaken by Cyberpunk lately,
Good. Good.
which it almost pains me to say just because I've shit on that game for 3 years now because of all of the problems it had, and rightfully so. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna take any of that back. That was some fucking bullshit. But at the same time, with all of the improvements they've made, plus all of the mods that I installed, it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it, and I am like 18 hours into this character,
Can I
which
say it?
what
Happened.
what happened?
Come on. Like Cyberpunk like a madman, and I love it.
But yeah, no, I absolutely adore it now. I thoroughly enjoy everything that's going on. The story's entertaining enough. Like I don't think it's like the most groundbreaking thing in the entire world, at least
No.
so far, but it's very good. And it fits into that cyberpunk aesthetic super well and all of the world building they do. And I think that's a big part of why I really wanted to get into it is because my world or my D&D world is set in a cyberpunk setting, so I'm getting a lot of cool ideas from it and getting a lot of like even if it's just stuff like some of the cybernetics and all of that. But I'm really enjoying it. I think I've been putting like an average of I don't know 12ish hours this week. I think
That's not bad for you, buddy.
staying up too late. Good stuff.
2 in the morning, yeah.
Um, yeah. I gotta stop that shit.
I bet.
And then I also have been playing a little bit more of that Crisis Core. Still really just not fully getting into it, but it is kind of good turn your mind off and just kind of it's a hack and slash type of game with some magic and shit thrown into it, but it's fine. I'm still not really completely into it, and I'm just kind of biding my time until Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out next week. So how about you? What have you been playing?
Yeah, so I have been playing Alan Wake. I finally beat Alan Wake again. First time I've beaten
First
that
one, right?
game. Yeah, the first one. So I went back. I played I played this one, the first one. God damn, dude. First came out. I don't even know how old I was. It first came out like what, like 13 years ago, almost, something like that.
Has
It
it
was
been that long? Yeah.
it's been out for a long time. So, I mean, I just wanted to replay
2010. So,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Almost 14 years
almost
ago.
14 years now. So, damn, I played that game a long time ago. I just wanted to replay it before I hopped into 2. I've seen all the reviews for 2. Everyone loves it, and they're saying like, "Hey, this is like wonderful if you're a fan of the series." And I am. I am a fan of the series. I like that world. I like role. I like Alan Wake. Um, and I really want to play 2. So I was like, what better way to do that than to replay 1? Um, and I actually understand the game that's in front of me, right? Like when I played it back then, like I didn't get a lot of the concepts that were being shown to you or the story arcs that were happening in front of you. Now, as an adult with somewhat of a normal brain, I understand these things and I'm enjoying these things. So I'm gearing up to start 2. So hopefully next week I could talk about 2. So I just beat that. And a lot of Helldivers. A lot of Helldivers. But before we talk about Helldivers, I've also been playing the original Doom, playing a little bit of the Wolfensteins. Just like my comfort games, you know what I mean? Like something I
Yeah.
can load up on my Steam Deck, just sit back and play and turn my mind off. And it's been awesome to do that, especially after having my surgery and then going back to work and then realizing like getting back to work, I'm like, dude, I hate this place a lot. So I get home and I'm like just burnt out. I'll load up one of those. But yeah, been playing a lot of Helldivers as well. I think I'm a level 29 that game now. I mean, which
Very
is
good.
Yeah, but Logan, Ethan, and some of our other guys are level 37.
Yeah, they've been no life in it though, for sure.
And I fucking hats off. You guys are fighting for democracy and liberty, dude. I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, and I'm not even level 20 yet, and I'm bringing up Steam right now because I want to see how much time I actually have in it right now.
That's a good idea.
Um,
Let me pull up my account as well.
I have 22 hours. Granted, some of that's queue time. Don't get me wrong, but uh, still, I bet you I have every bit of 18 to 19 hours of actual playtime in this game, and I am not even level 20 yet.
I have
So,
43.3 hours and I haven't sat in a queue for more than 15 minutes.
oh boy, I had a long queue the other day. I had like an hour long queue.
That was in the queue for 7 hours.
Yeah, that was the same. That was the same. Yeah, but he's an idiot and kept bouncing out of it and getting back into it,
Oh, fuck him.
thinking it would help.
You're an
Yeah,
idiot.
he was a moron. He had sat in the same queue since 7:30 and got in at like almost 9 o'clock
What a
on
jerk
the
off.
that night. Yeah, he wasn't entirely upfront with that one for sure. But yes. A very, very good game. Some of the progression stuff does feel slow as far as the leveling, but it's really not a big deal because the level means very little in the grand scheme of things. I mean, to some extent, like,
Level 20 is the soft cap if you think about it, because you can unlock every stratagem, every ship upgrade at level 20.
yep,
Um,
yep,
which is cool. That's awesome that they didn't go, well, you have to be level 50 to unlock this. It's like, hey, you hit level 20, it's our soft cap. Have the credits if you have the sources. Go for it. I like that a lot.
yeah. It's a really fun game, and I mean, as we've alluded to and straight up said a couple times now, there's some server issues, which they are addressing, and definitely want to give hats off to them for that because boy, they did not expect this. And if, for anyone who doesn't understand why they didn't expect this, their last game peaked at like, what, an eighth of, or not even an eighth of what this was. What, I'm trying to remember what that cap was, but
I don't
I
know.
think their last game capped out at like 7,000 concurrent players, and they are now quickly approaching 400 and something thousand players. Um, so
Yes.
it's one of those things they could not have planned for this. They tried to give a decent amount of room there for some leeway, and it just wasn't enough. And so now they have upped it to, I think it's what, 450,000, and on top of that, they're going to start booting AFK players. That way, they're not just taking up server
15
space, but
minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes if you're AFK.
yeah. So they're really doing a lot of good stuff, and definitely want to give hats off to them. And honestly, like I said, I've waited one time longer than like maybe 10 minutes, if even that. So, and it was a long one. It was about an hour, but it wasn't a huge deal. I think I played Cyberpunk over top of it while I waited. So yeah, it worked. But yeah, I am thoroughly excited for this to like fully get to a point where, you can just get in and it's no big deal. Cause it did kind of turn me away for a little while where I was like, you know what? I don't really want to wait. I don't want to do all this, especially when you got a bunch of people that are already in it and it's hard. It's like, yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be in, just keep playing or whatever. Or I'd get into a mission in Cyberpunk and just decide I'm just going to keep playing Cyberpunk. So, but that being said, I don't think that patch is fully live with the new servers. I know they were prepping for it, but I think they still have a little bit of back end stuff before it's fully up, I believe.
I would
Correct me if
assume
I'm wrong.
so. Yeah.
But they pushed a patch out, I believe, yesterday that was prepping for the new server and everything else, or the new server space and everything. So, um, but again, hats off to them. And honestly, this game's so much fucking fun.
The game is amazing and the team behind it is even more amazing than the game itself. Like I can't say any more positive about the game. But what I want to definitely shine the light on here is the team that's working on Helldivers and everybody involved with this game. I know they've been it's crunch time over there to get these servers up and going. It is probably nerve wracking. They know they've got something bigger than a flash in the pan here. This is bigger than a flash in the pan. It's not one of those games where it's going to come out and then it's going to be dead soon. I think this game is going to be a long lasting thing. if they get this under control, which I think they are working very hard to do. It helps to see that their CEO is very engaging on Twitter. He's
Oh yeah.
very engaging, talking to the community, ensuring them, hey, like, we're working. I promise you we're working. Even telling people, don't buy our game right now. He's told people, do not listen. If you don't have the money for it, I don't blame you for not buying it. Wait until the servers are fixed. Buy this game. But said that on Twitter. Fucking hats off to you, dude. Hats fucking off. Because the goal of being a CEO is to make money. And he said, no, don't give us your money just right now. Hold off, and the servers are being fixed. I like that. It feels honest. It feels genuine. And yeah, I can't give any more respect to the Helldivers team. Awesome. It sucks, obviously, what we're going through. They're going through. Some time, patience, and understanding goes a long way. And plus, guys, get one of your friends in. Here's a cheat code. Get one of your fucking friends in, and then don't open the game and have them invite you via Steam. Via Steam. I don't know where that accent came from. I have no idea. Have them invite you via Steam. Join the game, and you're in. There's no queue. There you go. Cheat
Yep.
code.
And even if you don't want to stay in there, you can go back to your ship from there.
Boom.
But and something to keep in mind, and something that some of the guys were talking about the other day in the server is every time you are in an instance, so every time you are on your ship, they automatically are saving 4 spaces for you,
Yes.
counting you, because they have to, right? That's how their game is set up, is for a party of 4. So they are currently saving 4 spaces. So don't be a dickhead and just like get a bunch of people in and have them go off on their own. But
Yeah, it's shitty.
if you want to play with your friends, like bring your friends in and get them in there and play some fucking Helldivers. Spread some goddamn democracy.
Some fucking goddamn democracy and have some liberty. All right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking liberty. On WASD. What's up? What's up? Let's get to the fucking news a little. Oh, do that
Yeah.
shit. We were fucking right, dude. We were fucking right. 4 games coming to Xbox. Hit him with it, Brody.
Yes. The 4 games coming to Nintendo and Sony consoles from Xbox are.
That's what I meant. From Xbox. From
I knew what you meant.
I
It's
tough
cool. It's
talk
cool.
for no reason. Just look like a bitch.
Idiot.
No.
Sea of Thieves is coming. It's out now by the time you listen to this.
That's wild.
Pentiment is also out as of February 22nd. Hi-Fi Rush is also
What the
out
fuck?
as of now. And Grounded is coming in April, specifically April 16th. Why that one's a little bit behind, I'm not entirely sure, but they also announced that Limited Run Games is doing a physical release of both Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment.
Hey, dude.
Kind of cool.
Uh, be careful when ordering from Limited Rush. Your shit will not get there for about a year. I I would love to be.
Ooh.
I would love to be fucking sponsored by them. Their sponsorships are real fucking cool. But I have been fucking burned. I've gotten my items. Seeing the Doom helmet right there. I've got my item. But
How
I
long ago
waited.
did you do that?
I bought that Doom helmet 4 years ago now.
I wonder if they're a little
2 years ago.
better now.
I, I
Because, I
I've
mean,
seen a
they're.
lot of shit online still.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it,
I
it's
knew there for a while they had some problems, but I mean, they were pretty
production.
small then too, right? And doing limited batches of things. But now, I mean, yeah, they're pretty big. They're almost too
I
big to be
think
doing some of that shit.
I think their productions come from different factories. So just
Probably.
I just you gotta figure it out, man. But I mean, it's cool though. Like Hi-Fi Rush was amazing. Like I loved that game. Logan played it. Did you play Hi-Fi?
I did. I couldn't get into it.
Really?
I like I have a guitar hanging behind me. Like I've always been into music, like loved music, always been really good at keeping beats. I, for whatever reason, feel like I couldn't get that thing dialed in to where it was
Oh,
actually on beat for me, and it was the most frustrating fucking thing I've ever done. And
okay.
I think it was a me problem. Like I'm not blaming the game by any means because bunch of other people had fantastic success with it, but me on the other hand's over here like I don't know, man. I spent like 10 minutes trying to do one thing.
Yeah.
and it was a nightmare. And it was shortly after that I was like, I think I'm good. But everything about the game is really cool, and what they have going on is really neat. But I just I couldn't get into it. But I was kind of the same way with I'm the same way with a lot of rhythm games for some reason. Like my brain can't focus on keeping a beat and also killing things at the same time.
I get it.
It's weird.
That's why I didn't play Metal Hellsinger.
I tried, and that
I
was
couldn't
tough.
keep
I was
up.
even like tapping my foot to the beat and everything, and I just could not get into it.
I was a vocalist in a hard
Fair enough.
metalcore. I was in a hardcore band. People were like, "You weren't in a hardcore band." No, I wasn't. I was in a metalcore band. I did vocals. I would.
I was a
I
bass
couldn't.
player
Yeah.
and a guitar player. Like I played bass for forever. Like I keeping a beat is not something I struggle with. So I'm like,
Right,
I don't know, man.
dude.
Uh,
Pentiment. Well, before that, I think Hi-Fi Rush is going to do exceptionally well on the Sony and Nintendo ecosystem.
Especially Nintendo. That is
Yes,
a Nintendo ass game.
in a
Like
good
it
way. I think
in
that.
a good way. Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
and I mean, I I like Nintendo, right? I think
Ed,
they make some boneheaded thing or
pause,
moves, but yeah,
pause. Ed, I like Nintendo. I don't dislike
he doesn't
Nintendo.
believe it.
I know he doesn't believe me, but I like Nintendo. I grew up with it, Ed. Okay? Stop commenting on Twitter that I hate Nintendo. I don't hate it. Stop. I like Nintendo. I just don't like some of the shit they do. Anyways, go on. Fuck, Ed.
uh, yeah, but I think that's a game that'll lend itself really well to the Switch.
Yeah.
I think it's just like it has that style. I think it can capture a good audience there, I think it fits really well with like a not a kid audience, but like a
Teens
teen
almost. Yeah.
audience. Like I think it'll do exceptionally well in that market. Whereas like on Steam, it did pretty good. And on Xbox, I think it did okay.
Yeah.
As a Game Pass game, I'm sure a lot of people at least tried it, if nothing else, and that's what I did. I think I actually bought it on Steam. But no, it's really cool. I have never tried Grounded, which is something I've always
Wasn't interested
kind
in it.
of thought about trying, just because I know they got a lot of cool systems in there. It's just this art style kind of puts me off personally.
We can try.
Pentiment, yeah. Pentiment is one that I meant to try back when it came out, and I totally spaced it. I don't remember
I
what was
thought
going on at that time, but
I downloaded Pentiment and it was just like this weird thing I couldn't understand. I'm gonna have to retry it.
yeah, I need to give it a go.
So I mean, it's still those are four awesome Sea of Thieves in and of itself. Say what you want, not Skull and Bones at least. So hey, fuck Ubisoft. Hey,
Yeah.
see if these. No, it's not. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, I can't give them a. Can't give
No,
them a.
Sea of Thieves is rare.
Yeah, yeah. Rare just turned what 31?
Something like that.
Yeah, they just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Rare. Give us back Conquer, please.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Sea of Thieves is cool. I think Sea of Thieves will also do well on PlayStation and Nintendo. More so PlayStation, I think. Um, I think it's gonna have a really long life on PlayStation, and it's gonna be cool to see Xbox and PlayStation, Nintendo, and all of that crossplay happen. I think at PC as well. I mean, it's just
Mhm.
really. I think this is a good move, and I think these are really. Yeah, I wish.
Halo.
I thought you were telling me my nipples are hard. I'm like, well, they're always hard.
No, 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 no. My nipples are down here, not up here.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Bring fucking Halo, man.
I
Breathe some goddamn life into the Infinite. It needs it.
Do you think they want to put their poster boy over there though?
I don't know. At this point, I genuinely don't know. Like, I think it would be smart. If they're gonna go this route with like, hey, we want to get our games everywhere type of thing, do it. Fuck it. What do you
Yeah,
have to lose at this point, really? Like,
I'd be cool. I'd be cool to see Halo Infinite PS5.
that'd be
Collectors,
sweet.
like it look cool on the PS5. I mean, I think the
It,
PS5 looks like again something that Kanye built. It does, dude.
well, and uh, just I hate to bring this up, but I'm going to anyway. Did you see that Sony's stock like dropped like a fucking rock when they changed their projection for how many PS5s they were going to sell this year,
Yeah.
just to further prove the fact that console wars don't mean a fucking thing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it fucking just rolled down that hill.
Yeah. It just, console sales really don't mean much in the grand scheme of things.
When
So stop white knighting for a fucking multi-billion-dollar company.
Sony looks designer, almost. You know what I mean? Like the PS5 has
Yeah.
this like artsy designer hipster looking vibe to it. And I prefer the Xbox, but I think a lot of what Sony does is really pretty and flashy on their GUI, how the system looks. I'm not impressed with how the 5 looks. You didn't have to design it like that.
You didn't have to do
You didn't have to. It's too
that.
fucking big. I've always said that. The PS5 is too fucking big. Like my wife likes our PS5, but she's like, I can't like have this the PS2. Perfect. That was awesome. PS3, that was stupid as fuck too. No one liked that. So what made you think going bigger was it whatever? Yeah, no, dude. These are cool games, and that is also funny. Yeah, you guys stop. Just if we all try to work in this play together, we all win. Oh wait, who Xbox said that? That's weird. Look, can we please get this going? Halo on PlayStation would be.
I'm pushing for it. Fuck it.
But do you think Sony will ever give anything up though?
I wish they would give up Helldivers once we get the servers all sorted. That'd be
The
amazing.
memes.
I
Love
love it so
where
much.
it's like your Helldivers looking up going, "We need reinforcements," and all you see is like ODST,
Yeah.
videos of ODST just looking down, going, it's just this Xbox players above it. I'm like, dude, the minute you tell Halo players can't play Helldivers, they can play Helldivers. The servers are gonna crash all over again though. It's gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
so
Once
fucked.
once that does open up, that'd be wild. I mean, obviously most of your players are really on PC and PlayStation at this point, but still like there's going to be if it ever does come to Xbox, I think that is a rather harmless one for PlayStation to release elsewhere. Like,
Everybody wants. There's a
just support the
petition.
fuck out of the game. Yeah, just support the hell out of it because it's an awesome game, and these devs deserve to get as many sales as they possibly can. Fucking put that thing on Xbox.
I am loving people telling Sony just to give them Destiny 2's servers because no one's using them. I fucking
Just
sorry.
swap server space.
Yeah, just give it to the Helldivers team. They need it. Like, I sorry to shit on Bungie, but
No,
I
don't
mean,
apologize
I
for it.
mean, you made Destiny and it
I
was
was
cool for a minute, but
I was in an abusive relationship with Destiny. Shit all over him. It's fine.
I know a lot of guys like that. They just keep going back though. I don't think you didn't go back, did you?
Oh,
Oh,
I
Brody.
tried.
Yeah,
Don't
how'd that go?
do that.
How,
Well, I haven't touched it in a long time, but I think I've bought it across 3 different systems. So,
that's rough.
Yeah, I kind of hate it. It's
I
fine.
I can't really talk shit though because of how many times I've given Valve a pass when they don't. So yeah, that's awesome. Helldivers, the 4 games coming out to Sony and Nintendo. Some other cool stuff happened this week. One I would like to talk about, obviously, that everyone in the industry is talking about is Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. It is happening June 21st. Yes, this looked phenomenal. I freaked out. I freaked the fuck out because all I thought about in my little head was, remember when you and Brody and Matt and everybody else were just playing Elden Ring and times were simpler? Yes, I do. And I am ready for that again.
Yeah, I need to get back into it. Like, watching that trailer, I was like, man, I started New Game Plus and then just never did anything with it. I need to go back. I actually would like
Yes.
to play through it again at some point. Obviously, not before this DLC comes out because I ain't got time for that.
Dude.
But I do want to get back into it. I'm really excited for the DLC. And like you said, it looked amazing. Like everything that was in there was so cool, just as they have done with that entire game. And I'm really excited to see how many poison swamps we get.
There is been told me that a swamp area has been confirmed already. So
Of
thank
course,
you
it has been
guys.
confirmed.
Thank you. No one wants.
Miyazaki loves his fucking swamps, man.
He's fucking Shrek, bro. So the price point has people fucked up, and I don't agree with those bitching about the price point. This is a $40 price point for this DLC. What you get when you get a FromSoft DLC though is a whole new game, pretty much added to the base game. This is gonna be huge. This isn't gonna be some small little thing you're doing. Um, it's gonna be huge. It's like half the size of the map or some shit like that, and half the size of that map is still fucking big, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Who knows how long of story we're getting and all the content we're getting. Um, I'm not hurt about $40. I'm willing. Well, here's my next price point. $260 for the collector's edition, which comes with a book and another statue, art print, I think some other stuff, cosmetics and things like that. 260. I'm willing to drop that money on that collector's edition as well, if I had
I
it.
will not be doing that, but I appreciate your your excitement.
I have my other statue back there. I bought the last one. I may as well get this one. That's my problem. I may as well have this as well. I'm very excited for Shadow of the Erdtree. Like you said, it looked great, like they always do when they drop a trailer like this. Looks phenomenal. Um, and it looks like it's just going to be a hell of a fucking time relearning this game because I haven't played this game in a long time. So super pumped for this. And I can't wait to just to play with people who haven't played because like Evan saw the trailer and he got really pumped on it. And I know they're using mods for seamless multiplayer and all that shit to keep it going. Yeah, Shadow of the Erdtree, June 21st. Is there anything else you want to talk about when it?
I don't think so, really. I mean, it's just a weird one where I'm just really excited for it. I don't have
Yeah.
a whole lot to say about it. It's hard to explain. Like everyone knows what this game is. Like
Yes.
it's not. This isn't one of those things where it's like, yeah, I don't DLC for what now? No, like everyone knows what the fuck Elden Ring is. Even if you didn't play it, even if it's not your jam, if you are listening to a gaming podcast right now, you know what the hell this is.
Yeah,
Like
if you haven't heard of it, you now have.
yeah,
Um,
I think it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be incredible. This would be the first time that I have ever played a Souls DLC because
Very good.
actually this was the first Souls game I really got into. And so I've played a couple since then, and not all the way through necessarily because I have the attention span of a fucking goldfish. Uh,
This game sucked you in though.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Let me see how much time I had in this game just because I and it was all definitely in game. 98 hours is what I had in it.
I had 138 hours in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I haven't put 98 hours in a game in a very long time. So
How
for
much?
this, especially for my first Souls game, to put that much time into it, is wild.
I have 180
And
in Cyberpunk.
holy
I don't
shit,
like myself.
I'm only like almost 20. So
I hate myself.
and I have so much to
There's a
do.
lot to, yeah.
uh,
Uh,
a side note, while I'm trying to find, I actually saw a figure for how many copies of Elden Ring has been sold, and I'm trying to find it now. But as I scroll through here, Pal World just hit 15 million. I know that's entirely off topic on Steam
sales?
alone. On Steam, yes.
I'm like 10 million on Xbox, right?
That one's probably hard to get an actual figure for because there's probably a lot of people playing on Game Pass, but sells 15 million on Steam.
It's a lot of money.
Uh, yeah. I saw this and I want to say it was like God, I want to say it was like 23 million copies of Elden Ring sold.
That's dope, dude. It's a fucking good game, man. Even if you're not a Soul guy or whatever you are, just play Elden Ring is awesome. It's amazing. Shit, we were playing Elden Ring during COVID times, were we not?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Really
because this would have
sinking.
been what about 3? Oh, God, man, now I
2
can't
years
even
ago.
think.
2 years ago.
Yeah, so 2 years ago. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
23 million copies is what it was.
Elden Ring? Fuck yeah,
Um,
dude. 20
and
DLC is gonna fucking sell gangbusters.
oh yeah, and honestly, I mean, they've been working on that DLC for 2 years and probably working on it prior to the actual. I mean, definitely working on it prior to the actual game coming out.
Yeah.
I don't. I think it's gonna be worth the money. Like I don't see any world where, yeah, if you mainline this, maybe not, but
Yeah.
that's not what these games are really about. So I don't know what to tell you at that point. But yeah, I mean, there was people complaining about Elden Ring. They're like, yeah, they said that it was a 30-hour experience. I spent 98 hours on a single
It is
playthrough, and people
more
are
than a
bitching because they've rushed through it in 20 to 25. Like that's on you, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'm sorry you fucking went right for the mainline quest. There is so much to do in that. Get the fuck out of here. There's still probably secrets we don't know about.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it at all. But yeah, I think this is going to be well worth the money, and I know I will get $40 worth of playtime out of it easy.
Dude,
If I get 10 hours out of a $40 DLC, which I know I'm going to get more than that, I'm still going to be content because this game was incredible, right? Like it can't always be justified by time played. Like sometimes it's just the experience itself, and I genuinely think that they're going to deliver on this. And I do kind of want to do that mod that the guys were talking about the other day, where you can actually run around the world seamlessly. Like that
I
does kind of sound fun.
I do too. I think what I want to do first is play through the DLC
Yeah,
without the
yeah,
mod
yeah.
and just like, hey, I need help here. Who wants to be summoned? Who's beating this boss? I need help. I like doing a lot of that, and I think that was really rewarding in Elden Ring to have moments. So I mean, but like, I will install Elden Ring again. We can turn seamless on, run around together. I don't give a fuck. I'm fucking about. You ready? Talk about this and like do a bright discussion.
You
Light,
want to do a bright or
a
light?
a bright and light, because I might need to cheer up after this one.
We see we should have switched this order around then and talked
No,
about
because this is gonna
Elden
be the
Ring
longer
last.
discuss. This is unfortunately gonna be the long.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I'll do my best.
all
I'll
right.
see what I can do here because I don't have a whole lot positive to say,
Well, the
even though I wish
Borderlands.
it was different.
I know the Borderlands movie trailer has released. Uh, I don't. I don't know what they were thinking. Um, you know what it is. I trust Eli. I almost said Elon Musk. I don't trust that guy. Eli Roth. I trust Eli Roth as a director. I like Eli Roth. I think he was given a cast of phenomenal actors and actresses
That don't belong
that
here.
don't fit the roles, right? So immediately the trailer opens up and you have Jack Black, who I love, who I fucking love. Love that man. You have Jack Black as Claptrap. Some of it works and some of it doesn't. I'm like listening and I'm like, okay, they altered the voice. Then like keep listening. It's like, oh, that's just Jack Black. Like it's coming through. And I'm like, man, didn't I don't know where to start. It's it it's giving me a we have Guardians of the Galaxy at home vibe.
But not even that well. Like
No, it's like it looks. I'm
this,
gonna. Oh, yeah, go on, please.
I am impressed at their ability to entirely cast this thing wrong. Like just as wrong as they possibly could have been in my mind. And that's nothing against these actors and actresses. I think some of them are fantastic, right? Like
Yeah,
Kate Blanchett, fantastic.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Doesn't Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. But why for Lilith and Tannis? Like what are we doing here?
Where's the tattoos on Lilith?
Right. And also her wig looked awful.
Ew.
awful. Like, yeah, it was the most wig-looking wig I've ever seen. You
Oh
could
man.
probably get a nicer wig off Amazon for 20 bucks.
Get one off Timu for better, bro.
And it was bad, and it's so disappointing, and also, I mean, hang on, before we move on
Are we gonna
past
talk
that part
about
of it,
yeah, okay, let's
Kevin Hart as fucking Roland? R What are we
Roland.
doing?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Why
Dude.
why why is Roland the most serious character in all of Borderlands, and
Comedic
we got
relief.
we got the comedic Kevin Hart, oh, I why?
Terry
Why?
Crews is right
Why?
there.
Why? Yeah, Terry Crews would have been great for something like
Michael
this.
Jai White.
Yeah. Oh, that after you sent that one, I was like, "Man, that's really good, actually."
The actor who played
Uh,
Spawn in the 90s. Yeah, he's older. Dude looks like he's still in his 30s, if not
yeah.
younger. He looks good, and he's a martial artist.
It's crazy, man. And then, Ariana Greenblatt
Tiny Tina looked
as Tiny
okay.
Tina. I was gonna say she was probably my favorite out of what we saw. I
The
thought she
voice.
looked the voice is a little off, for sure. You need the sharp shrill of, what Ashley, Birch.
Yeah, dude. Where are the other characters? What, Brick, right?
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much skipped the first generation there, I guess. I mean, because it was Tana's first one? I can never
I don't
fucking
remember
remember. No,
Borderlands.
Lilith was first,
Lilith, yeah,
right?
Lilith.
Lilith was from the first one.
Is
Roland
that
was from
Psycho? Roland was in the first one.
yeah,
That Psycho that is
yeah.
with the party.
That's assuming Krieg?
Yeah, it's Krieg, but wasn't he
He was in the second one.
with Tiny Tina? No.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we just
Uh,
skipping Borderlands 1 and going
we are taking the Borderlands property and just kind of doing whatever with it, apparently, which shocker, but yeah,
why did they go?
I don't.
It's supposed to
Mm,
be a batshit world, right? With
yeah,
comedy.
yeah,
Cool, cool, cool. I understand that. But there are characters here that are not comedic, really. They have their one-liners and shit, but like, dude, Kevin Hart, oh,
yeah.
Kate Blanchett, and I hate saying this. She is too old for that role.
She is. She absolutely is. Yeah. So, from Borderlands 1, there was Mordecai, Roland, Lilith, and Brick. So we have no Mordecai
No
as
Brick.
of right now, at
Oh
least
yeah.
from what we know, and we have no Brick as of now. Um, the second game was Maya, Salvador, Axton, and Zero, and then they added in Gage and Krieg.
Okay.
And then the pre-sequel, no one cares. And Borderlands 3 had Amara, Flack, Mose, and Zane.
Okay. What? What? Why? I'm just confused. I know that the script was all over the place. There was a bunch of rewrites. Craig Mazin, it's speculated that he went under a pseudonym, right? That's yeah, a fake name, pseudonym.
Like a Ghost Rider name type of deal, yeah.
Yeah,
Or not a
yeah.
Ghost Rider. What the fuck is that? Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on what
Well,
that
same
term is.
fucking thing. It's
Yeah,
it's assumed and speculated that
alias.
one of an alias, yeah, one of the
Yeah.
writer like the names on it is actually still Craig Mazin because he was just like this is a mess and like I'll be a part of the rewrites, but I want so I don't know, man. It just seems all over the place. It's from what I can see in the trailer. But here, it looks like if you just remove yourself a little bit and you go to the theaters, because Eric, I was talking to Eric, Final Boss, about this. He's like, it looks like a fun movie though, like
Mhm.
kind of like a turn your brain off popcorn flick, and it does. I can't say it
Yeah.
doesn't. It visually, I wasn't bad. Character wise, I thought it looked like bad cosplay, especially I sent it to
Yeah.
Perry, but Mad Moxie, Perry was like, no, that's stupid.
Yeah.
But like visually though, everything else looked pretty cool. Like the enemies looked cool. The psychos look badass. Like they looked fucking pretty. The gore looks like it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I honestly, the psychos were my favorite part of the entire thing. They looked fantastic,
Right.
and
The
I and
monsters.
I think you're right. Like looking at the trailer, I think it is one of those things. If you don't think about it too hard and you squint your eyes a little bit, I think you might have fun. And only when the main characters are on screen. Other than that, you can watch it, eyes open. But God, I just, if they had even chose this casting just a little bit better, I
I
think this would have
yes.
significantly enhanced this movie. Even if the rest of the writing and everything else is dog shit, like just having a halfway realistic looking Lilith, or somebody that makes sense for Tannis, or and I think Tiny Tina was fine for
Yeah.
what it was, right? Like I whatever, but and Roland, like I don't get it, man. Like they just dropped a ball so bad on that casting, and it takes me out. It again, Kate Blanchett, fantastic actress,
Yeah.
but man, it takes me out of it when you look at the screen and it's her acting as Lilith, and that's not Lilith, man. It's just not.
Oh, it's just you look at her and you're like, dude, you hate it. I hate being. You're
Yeah,
just too old. You're too old. Same with Kevin Hart. You're too fucking small to play this character.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. I mean, Roland is depicted as a
like
tall, muscular man.
six
Like,
four, 200 and something pounds.
yeah,
He's a
I
big dude, like
just
stature wise.
yeah, and just for record here, Kate Blanchett is 54 years old.
She does not need to play Lilith. How old is Lilith in the first game?
Oh God, I don't know.
Okay, because I think Roland is like in 20 or something like that.
Lilith was 22 years old when the Borderlands game
What
began.
are we doing? Why?
A,
She,
a quick Google search, it's right there.
dude, that's like if they made Tiny Tina fucking 30 for no reason. Oh, she's 30 in the movie. Why?
Yeah, that's one of the more respectable castings because at least she's probably pretty close to the right age.
Right.
Like,
So I don't understand this logic, but it does said visually, I think this looks like a lot of fun. Does look fun, even if it also looks like a piece of dog shit.
yeah.
And I'm excited to see Bobby Lee. I like
So
Bobby Lee.
Roland is 34 and his height is 5'11. Apparently you can find all of this in a
Okay,
thegamer.com
so Roland is
list.
5'11. Okay, so I was way off.
He's almost 6 foot.
He's almost
Yeah.
six fucking. Okay,
Yeah. So I said taller. I know that's not taller in today's age.
it's
But
not Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is fucking like 5'1". He's
yeah.
smaller than me, and I'm a small, fat, round little man. And he is not, but he is small. Okay, so why, dude? Like, Reek look cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But guess
Krieg
what?
Krieg looked
How hard?
fantastic.
Yeah, but you put a psycho mask on. They went, hey, that's the cover of the game.
Pretty much. They're like, let's find a jacked dude and throw a mask on him. You're like, okay, yeah, no, fair enough.
Like, what? I I don't. And Dora looked cool, and being in when they went through Piss Gully, that's funny.
Yeah,
Why? But that's what this is what that's why I said this. We have Guardians of the Galaxy at home.
yeah, yeah, and I can't tell if it's just typical bad action comedy writing or if they're actually trying to mimic Borderlands because either is probably a fair shot. Let's be entirely honest.
Yeah,
But
but
man, yeah, the getting pissed off about having the window down and pissed going into the car.
that's
It's
pee
like,
in my mouth.
yeah,
Ha
you're
ha
like,
ha ha ha.
all right, here that if that's the peak comedy that we want to put in the first trailer for this that everybody's already skeptical about, oh boy,
Okay,
we're in for a rough one.
who are you marketing this for then? At that point, because has to be an R-rated movie.
Oh, absolutely. It has to be an R-rated
So
movie, and
16 and
on
up.
top of that, I mean, Borderlands is one of those things that how popular is Borderlands in this day and age?
It's
Like,
still pretty popular. It's still pretty popular.
is it still?
Yeah, I would say I would think it's one of those games where it's like still a classic and it's got its followings. Yeah. Oh
Oh my
yeah.
god, yeah, Borderlands 3 sold 19 million copies. I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I used to love Borderlands,
Oh yeah.
and I bought Tiny Tina's Wonderland and all that good shit. Like, I still kind of enjoy it. It's not the same magic that it had when I was a kid, but
Yeah.
I mean, I played the shit out of Borderlands 1. But God, I did not know that sold 19 billion.
This is
Huh.
this is one of those things where I think it doesn't
Borderlands 2 sold 28 million. So
which one
sorry.
did?
Borderlands 2
28 million?
28
Yeah,
million,
these
and
games
I
sell
might as well get
they
one while I'm
sell.
at it.
Yeah,
And
get
Borderlands, 1 is a little bit harder to find.
yeah,
I'm
it's
seeing like
old.
6+ million, but surely it sold more than that, I would imagine.
Plus you had the Handsome Jack collection and all that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like
Sorry, I didn't mean to entirely cut you off there. I was just
no, dude, you're
down the
good.
rabbit hole I go.
I looking at this makes me go, this is one of those things that I don't think is going to ever translate well to screen. Given the nature of Border, not, and I'll kind of dive deeper in that. Doesn't translate well to the big screen. This translates well to an cartoon, an
Yes.
animated Borderlands series with wild fucking animation, crazy over the top shit, almost like Adult Swim esque vibes to it.
Yeah.
That is
Or
Borderlands or HBO.
I was gonna say, or like Edge Runners was.
Yeah,
Something like
that's what
that would be
Logan said.
sweet.
Yep, that's what Logan and Ethan were saying. That would be
Edge
perfect.
runners or take some sort of like an anime style or even like there's definitely so much you could do there and it would make an excellent animated show, but
Yes,
I mean from the time they announced this I was like, oh boy, how's that gonna translate?
right.
And apparently not well.
This is the oh man, dude. I don't how there's plenty of awesome games to really focus on right now to make things out of. Fallout's coming out. My general statement on Borderlands the movie is I will be seeing this in theaters with my wife because she does want to see it, but I knew the movie was gonna be shit when she said this looks bad, and I went
Yeah.
because Perry's a huge Borderlands fan, and she was like, "Wow, that Mad Moxie looks like a terrible cosplay," and my Halloween costume looked better than that,
hmm
and I went, "Yikes! If you're saying it's bad, it's not."
I I have a feeling I'm going to be watching this one by myself. I don't think I'm going to be able to convince Amber to go with me, but uh yeah, so I'll probably be hanging out. Maybe I'll drive up to Michigan and we'll watch it up
We'll
there,
make a
but
weekend out of it, and then we'll go
yeah.
to the bar after and go get
And
miserably drunk and make Perry drive us back to my household
it
because
was so
it
bad.
was
I'll have
bad. Because
another
I
shot.
can't believe I laughed at that one scene. I can't believe they got me. It's gonna be one of
Oh.
those things where it's like I laughed at that. Fuck, like, fuck you, Randy. You know what I mean? It's gonna be cursing Randy Pitchford the entire time.
Oh yeah, as one does.
But well, hopefully he didn't drop a USB. Um, on the set of Borderlands, we are never gonna get him on the show. And that's fine.
No, I don't want him on the show.
No, dude, I'd feel like no, I'm good. He's a cool guy.
Very cool.
Here's something. Um, fucking dickhead. So this just this makes me think of other things that I would or would not want to see to really wrap the show, right? Like, for instance, you're wearing that shirt.
Mhm.
If you would have told me Halo was coming out in the state it was in to a TV series, I would have told you to scrap it. Here's the thing. I'm on season 2 and I'm caught up. I just watched episode 4 before we started the show today. Wow, episode 4 is really fucking good. This second season of Halo is how you start to fix the wrongs that you've done. Episode 4 was great. So if you were not sure of Halo, skip one, just watch a recap. Start with season 2. Season 2 is pretty sweet. This is hopefully gonna escalate to a better Halo season. But I mean, Halo's one of those things that should translate easily to film. It just
Yeah, for the
should.
most part.
Or TV.
Yeah.
That should translate. Gears of War seems a bit more difficult to me with how bulky the
Yeah.
cogs are. Well, Marcus, Baird, and all them, like how Dom and all of them are. They're really big. They look like fucking. Oh my god, what are their names? Mighty Jacks.
I'm not.
Fuck, like little
I,
toys with the big feet. Whatever. They just
yeah,
they're big characters in
yeah,
their armor and all that.
yeah, yeah.
So that translates a
Batista
bit
as
more difficult.
Batista as Marcus.
You
Still,
do that, and I don't give a fuck how you do it. As long as you put him,
I'll watch it.
he wants
I'll
to be
fucking
Marcus.
watch it.
He wants to be fucking Marcus.
It could be dog shit, and I will watch it.
Dude, I'm here for it. But like, so I think things like Halo, Gears of War. I think a Portal movie would be
Oh,
awesome,
Portal would be great, and
and
it
I
would
think
be,
we're
I
getting
mean,
it.
relatively easy to do. As far as like, you don't need a lot of actors or actresses. Like it's
One actress,
all it could be entirely CGI. Like,
one
I
actress,
mean,
two actresses. You have the actress who played GLaDOS.
hmm
Then you have an actress for Shell.
hmm
Done. And then at the end, you maybe have Shell pop up somewhere near Black Mesa or the Borealis, and then you set up a Half-Life movie. Fucking
hell, you
done.
could even do it hardcore Henry style, where you don't really even see the actress, right?
Yep.
Like,
I see that being cool.
yeah, oh, absolutely. I'd watch a Portal movie. You kidding me?
I'd
It
watch a
would be
Half-Life
great.
film, especially if they went off. I wouldn't necessarily for Half-Life. I wouldn't necessarily want to see something on Gordon. I'd want to see it
Yeah.
on the 7 hour war, 7 hour war, 7 or 17 hour war. Oh my god, 7 hour war Half-Life. Yeah, the
How
seven.
on earth do you,
Huh?
uh, how are you stumbling on this of all people?
Because I'm getting 7 hour war mixed with something else, but it was seven
Oh,
hour
okay,
war. So I'd like to see
gotcha.
something with the 7 hour war and the resistance and all Black Mesa, just all that cool shit. I think would be really neat for a Half Life movie, even if you start with Black Mesa, Half Life 2. But something like Elden Ring, I think would be cool as an anime, never a
I
movie
I I'm kind of the mind I don't really want live action video game stuff. I
at all.
think I'm like scrolling through my Steam list right now of things that I own, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be a cool anime. That'd be a cool anime. Like, for example, like,
Yeah,
I mean, Edge Runners was a fantastic anime, right?
absolutely.
I thoroughly enjoyed it at least.
Oh yeah,
I look at something like, oh god, I just drew a blank. Arcane was a super cool anime as
yeah.
well. Or for what it was, I guess I don't know if it's technically anime. It's just animation of
Castlevania.
whatever. And Castlevania was the one I was trying to think of. Like, Castlevania was awesome. I loved Castlevania, and I'm not even a Castlevania fan.
Yeah.
But I scroll through here and I look at things like BioShock. I'm like, that could be a really cool live action, but you have to
Oh,
get the
and
Big Daddy
it
right.
is
And if
coming
you,
out too.
yeah, but they're probably gonna fuck up the Big Daddy because all video games are all about scale, right? They
Yes,
project a certain level of scale, and so when something is supposed to be scary, it is typically large. Or you look at something like Master Chief, who is supposed to be dominant on the battlefield. He is a big
big
fucking
boy.
dude.
Yeah,
And to convey that kind of weight when you're talking about hundreds of pounds of armor on a
if not
person,
thousands. Yeah, at that
yeah,
point.
exactly. I can't remember what it is. I'm not that deep into it, right? And I looked it up at one point, but it's long gone since then. But you look at something like Master Chief, and that was my biggest complaint with the first season. I mean, aside from the, hey, we now have a Master Chief who takes his mask off all the time.
1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds. I was thinking it was like 700 to 1,000, but regardless,
Yeah, yeah.
to convey that kind of weight is so difficult to make it convincing. And that was something that I praised with Fallout from what we've seen so far. It looked heavy. It looked like it actually weighed what it weighed, right? And but that's something that's difficult to do. You can only make something so heavy on a person and then make them do a million retakes of a scene like,
Yeah, it's brutal.
and so I look at something like BioShock where it could be a really cool live action, but the problem is Big Daddies are fucking huge, and you also don't want to just be like, yeah, no, that's just CGI because it's gonna look like shit.
You'd want to
So
you want it to be practical,
yeah,
but it's how difficult. You could
you
do it all
could.
practical, but that is
Oh,
such a
absolutely.
bitch of a day.
Hmm.
Because like you want to see those gears really turning on that hand. You want to see the lights really like yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's good. I Netflix has that. Netflix has BioShock. They also have Gears, if I'm not mistaken.
Ugh.
Yeah, they have Gears. I think it's Gears. Amazon has Fallout.
Which
Obviously, and
I'm hopeful for that.
that looks sweet. It looks fucking dope. And then what else? There's one more. There's fucking one more. We have one more big one coming. That was an action FPS type thing. I forget what movie or game it is, and I forget where it's coming, but I know we're getting one more. I mean, fucking Twisted Metal wasn't supposed to be good, and guess what? That fucking ruled. So there are
Is it
definitely
good? I
it
still haven't watched it.
fucking rules, dude.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Fucking good. You're gonna
I
die
was
laughing.
I was hesitant to watch it because watching the initial trailer, I kind of got similar feelings as I did with Borderlands at first. Like just the
That's
oh, we're
why
going with that kind of comedy and
I'm kind of like I have to see the train wreck.
yeah,
What if it misses the car?
right. Oh, you know what I really want?
Uh,
I want a Hades animated show.
that'd
That'd
be
be so
perfect.
cool.
Be
It'd be
perfect.
so fun. Use the same art style. Like it'd be so cool.
Cult of the Lamb
Sorry,
anime
Cult of the
or
Lamb would be cool.
and cartoon because
Yeah.
Cuphead. Woo! You want to talk about a fucking game that translated perfect, obviously,
Oh
to a
yeah.
show. Which they're on their third season.
I don't even think I watched the second season. I didn't know it
It's
was
good.
out.
It's good. I was watching with Landon, dude. He fucking loved it. Also, happy birthday to my son. 4 years
Yeah,
old
happy
today.
birthday, Landon.
Hell yeah, dude. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
Cuphead ruled. Cuphead was awesome. But like,
Was there was there talk of a Just Cause show?
yes, it's not talks. It's being created.
Okay,
I
that's
forget
what I
who's
thought.
all a part of it. I don't know why you would want to do that. Um,
Mm.
you know, like there's just certain things I just don't think need to be touched. Like I would hate to see if I don't know anything about Final Fantasy.
Oh no, Final Fantasy, absolutely
Just
not.
leave it
I
alone.
don't
That's
want it.
too much. It's too
Don't
much,
do it. Don't
right?
do it.
Just too
Please don't.
much.
I don't want the fucking spiky hair bullshit. Nope, I'm
Doesn't make
good.
sense. You know, what gives me hope is that like things like Dune, the unfilmable shit, right? Where somebody who loves the source material gets and has read the source material or played this instance source material gets their hands on it and goes, no, 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 I'm doing because J.J. Abrams is the one in talks to be Portal.
Which would be cool.
So things like that. Like if this is somebody who wants to create something passionately and go, no, I love this franchise, I love this game, and I want to see it do well. Awesome. It's Halo though. Like I'll use Halo as for instance because it didn't start well. Where they go, we don't have to play the games to fucking understand. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Because you don't know why people like us have been connected to this character and to the fall of Reach and all of this different bits of lore. You don't know why that's affected us in the way it's affected us, right? Or why we're attached. It's like with the Gears movie. Spoiler if you don't know, Dom dies eventually. So it's like if they just fucking went, "Oh, hey, Dom's dead" in the movie or the show and I go,
What?
you pieces of shit." Like that was a scene where I cried as a teenager. When Dom
Oh
died,
yeah.
I cried. I
That
was like,
scene was wild. Like I still vivid I don't remember a lot of things that I play or do. Like, but I still vividly can picture that entire
"Oh
scene in my
man,
head.
dude." You like but it's like if they gloss over shit like that and it's like, "No, dude, like you don't get it." If someone who gets it, understands it, I'm here for it, right? But like it's Hollywood. It's bureaucracies, it's dumb bullshit and like just get it out the door that I
Yeah.
can't stand cuz like there's franchises that I don't think should be touched. There's things that I think are best to be played, not seen. And
Mhm.
I think video games, if it continues to do well, which I'm happy they're doing well. You know, you got Super Mario, you got fucking Cuphead, you got Sonic that just keeps coming out and kicking ass every time it comes out. Um, fucking what else? I mean, you have all these games coming out into movies, and they're all doing, or television, and they're doing well. Last of Us, Fallout's projected to do well. Cuphead, all of that, like done well. I think we're about to get like a Marvel cinematic in video games becoming film adaptations and television. We're gonna have to like kind of sit back and get ready type of thing. I'm thinking that's what we're in.
Hopefully we get, at least a handful of good years of solid
The Iron
content
Man
before it goes
years.
shit, just kind of like, the Marvel universe has as well. As a huge Marvel fan, I haven't watched anything for a while.
Yep, I'm behind on all of it, dude. And
And I
now,
have no
yeah,
intention of catching up on a good chunk of it. So,
mess. Deadpool 3, obviously.
well, oh, yeah, I will be in theaters, probably wearing a Wolverine mask.
Oh yeah, fuck, that's your boy Wolverine, dude.
Oh yeah, oh
Hell yeah.
yeah. When you're 5'6", you have to, you have to kind of like the angry, fucking hairy,
You gotta
short
root
guy.
for him. Yeah, fucking Logan, dude. I love Wolverine. No, dude, I want Borderlands to be cool, and I think it's gonna be a fun turn your brain off thing. Going back to Borderlands to finish the episode. Really want it to be good. Don't think it's going to be, but I think it might be fun. Is where I'm gonna leave that at. You know what I mean? Like,
And I'm okay with that.
yeah,
And honestly, I mean, let's be honest, that's kind of how the games are too. They're a turn your brain off, go out and shoot things, get explosions. They're not breaking any ground with
it's it, dude.
storytelling. The comedy is pretty hit or miss, and even when it hits, you're kind of like, it's not a bust your gut laughing type of thing. You're like, yeah, you get the intro screen for a boss, and it says something kind of humorous, and you get
Look at
just
this
like a slight
fuckhead.
little chuckle. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, so if it can match that, I mean, sure. But to me, the thing I enjoy about Borderlands is the looter shooter part of it,
Yeah.
right? And so that to me is like, if without that element of it, can I still enjoy something from that universe?
We'll see when it's released in a couple months.
And I know there was Tales of the Borderlands before somebody decides to shout that out. I know
Did
that was
anyone
there
play
and
that?
people enjoyed it. I think it was somewhat well liked.
No. No.
I don't know.
Borderlands people or something else.
Anything else on Borderlands? I got one more thing I want to close out with just so we don't get yelled
Perfect.
at.
No. Oh God. No. Borderlands is what it's gonna be. I'm a problem because I'm gonna contribute because I'll be there day one. Moving on to finish the episode. God
I
damn
was
it.
just gonna mention that there was a Nintendo partner showcase this week.
Yes.
I'm only mentioning it for Ed because he assumed we were gonna completely just shit down its throat.
No.
Uh, it was the Switch is at the end of its life cycle, and this showcase kind of showed it. It was not super exciting. Also, in other Switch news, just because apparently the rumors keep on coming about when this Switch 2 is going to release, and
Yeah.
they're I think it was 3 weeks ago. Everyone was very adamant that it was coming at
Holidays.
the end of this year. It has supposedly been pushed back into early next year. Take all of that with a grain of salt. It could launch tomorrow. Nobody really knows. Thanks, Nintendo. We have been in a state of panic ever since the first Switch launched, so I appreciate that.
Is
There you
Switch
go, Ed.
2?
See, we weren't mean. We weren't terrible.
No, I just Gundam Breaker looked kind of sweet.
Gun Gundam Breaker looked cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude.
there was a handful of those games that are actually coming to other consoles too.
Okay, cool. So
Most
I'll
of
play
them
them on
were.
something that works. I'm sorry. The Switch. I have a Steam Deck, dude, and a PC.
That I do need to mention that Shin Megami Tensei, from what I understand,
What
is
was
now
that
coming.
thing you just for the
It was
video game?
a bad
Your
finger gun
zoomies.
thing. It's fine. Shin Megami Tensei, I believe, is coming off of Switch, which was pretty cool. I know you don't care, but
No, but I thought that was like a big thing for them.
oh, that's a huge fucking thing for that series,
Oh,
especially since the Switch ran it very poorly, and that's why a lot of people,
we
like,
said
bought it
we
and never
literally
played it
said we
again,
weren't gonna do this
myself
part.
included. No, 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 no. I'm not, I'm just being it's fine,
Ed,
it's fine,
it's just
it's fine.
honesty here, buddy. We're
I am
dedicating the
excited
last
to
10
play that,
minutes to you.
yeah. Nintendo corner over here. But no, I am excited to maybe try that game out again when I get, caught up on things, even though that will never happen.
No, we're
But
fucked.
it ran so bad. It looks so bad on the Switch and I couldn't play it. I'm so sorry.
I have a Nintendo Switch somewhere. Mary has her OLED upstairs. Dude, you fucked me up so fucking bad right now. I fucking I have one out there somewhere because I buy every console 'cause I'm a fucking asswipe. And I've been doing this since I was a kid.
And
Um,
this is why Ed thinks you hate Nintendo.
no, I
You don't
don't
even know where your Switch is.
fucking I have a Steam Deck, bro. I have a Steam Deck. That thing, it's cool, dude. My son was literally playing his Switch in bed before he passed out. Okay, so it's cool. I like the Nintendo Switch for what it is, but just kill it and give the Nintendo fans a new I think what Nintendo does to its fans is shit. I think
Yeah, I agree.
I think that as a company, in my opinion, Nintendo was one of the first consoles I played game on, right? So like I'll
Yeah.
always have love for Nintendo. I'll never forget, like the first person you've been with in your life type of thing. It's like I remember you, hey, come on you. But like with Nintendo, it's one of those things where it's like I remember playing my first Donkey Kong Country. I remember playing all that.
Oh yeah.
They're great
I
memories. But the Switch is kind of if I'm afraid if I fucking try to play Doom Eternal on that thing, which why the fuck is it on that the Switch is gonna blow up in my face like a bomb.
Yeah, it might. Um, and I did forget to mention that the reason it was supposedly pushed back. Again, this is all fucking weird. He said this type thing, so who knows, right? Was because of first party software that essentially don't have their launch title ready, which
What
I would assume is probably going to be a 3D Mario, and I also assume that they're they very well could be sitting on that thing because Nintendo's known to do that, where they make a game and then they sit on it for like 6 months before they even launch it, even though it's entirely done and like
what about
flawless.
Metroid? Are we just leaving
I,
Samus out to die at this point? Dread was
I
cool. I liked
it,
Dread.
well, that one's been in fucking development hell. They had to start over, so who knows what's
What?
coming out with that? Oh yeah. Like 2 years ago, they came out and they're like, yeah, we
I
pretty
remember
much have to
that.
start this thing over. So maybe I don't know.
Poor Samus. Where's Star
Poor
Fox?
Samus. Oh, they did bad things to that series a long time
Do we
ago.
not want to go down this road?
I don't think we do.
What about
We're
Captain
gonna do
Falcon?
exactly what Ed said we were gonna
It's not my fault
do.
Nintendo just fucking only cares about the plumbers and Pikmin. And Pikmin. I like
Uh,
Pikmin. That's
we're
a
gonna
nice game.
catch so much shit on Twitter from Ed
Ed, I'm so
tomorrow.
sorry, dude. You did this. I want to like Nintendo. I just don't like their practice. And I
Yeah,
think that
they
they
do have
poop on
some bad
people like
practices.
you for no reason. And I know how much you love Nintendo. And I love you for loving Nintendo that much. But man, god damn it, Brody, some of the things that should we wrap it up before Ed goes,
Yeah,
I
we
fucking
probably should.
hate you assholes. I love you. We do love you, Ed. We big love to Ed and the entire Boss Rush network community. You guys all fucking rule. Go check out our friends at Boss Rush. Please do. Nintendo PowBlock, Xbox, casuals.
Uh,
No, no. Power. That's
Tower Casuals.
Tower casuals. Corey, I'm trying, dude. My brain is mush. Go check out Boss Rush Network. Go look at their shows, please, please. They've always supported WASD and beyond. We love all of them. We're really good friends with all of them, even though I just fucked up all their show names because I'm fucking tired. What time is it right now? 11 o'clock at night. Tired. I love you guys. That's the show this week, guys. We tried our best. It was a slow week. We still had topics though. But while you're here, sponsors, Final Boss. Next Friday, Player 3.0. Get it, do, and fucking Final Boss shirt itself. You're gonna want it. You're gonna want it. Stay tuned. Eyes open. Doc Longy. That's dropping soon. I know what the drop is. You don't. It's cool. Check it out. Spawn Camp community. Join it. It's free. Roll for Deception every Thursday. It's sweet. D&D. I'm gonna end the show, Brody.
Okay,
Okay.
that sounds
Have a good
good.
day, everybody. Have an awesome Friday and a great weekend. Stay safe. Take it easy.
Bye.